Frosty. What really happens in Australian winters? Imagine waking up in the Aussie countryside, stepping outside with your hot cuppa, and your eyelashes freeze before your coffee cools. Welcome to an Australian winter frost where bananas cry, pipes scream, and kangaroos slip on icy grass like cartoon characters. In today's video, we're diving into how Australians handle frost, from battling icy mornings on the farm to saving our beloved mango trees and sheep from turning into ice cubes. We'll talk about crop damage, livestock drama, clever farmer hacks, and even a few unexpected laughs. Stick around to the end and don't forget to like, subscribe, and warm up with my other videos on Aussie winter life, especially my snowy adventures in Mount Wellington, Tasmania. Now let's jump into this frosty story. The first frost. A not-so-warm welcome. Australia may be famous for its sunny beaches and kangaroo selfies, but when winter rolls in, especially in places like New South Wales, Victoria, and Tasmania, things get seriously chilly. We're talking -5 degrees Celsius in rural areas, frosty mornings where your breath fogs up faster than a steamy romance novel, and lawns that crunch under your boots like crushed cornflakes. Frost in Australia doesn't just make us shiver. It sneaks in overnight like a cheeky possum and causes real trouble, especially for our farmers. Livestock in the firing line. Let's start with our four-legged friends. Sheep, cattle, and even alpacas aren't exactly frost-proof. Imagine being a woolly sheep and waking up with frost on your eyelashes. That's not poetic, it's a biohazard. Frost can cause frozen troughs. Farmers have to smash the ice every morning with a stick or, in some cases, an old cricket bat. Hypothermia in lambs. Newborn lambs are like little fluffy marshmallows. One cold snap and game over. That's why farmers get creative with lamb jackets. Yes, lamb jackets. Some farmers use dog coats, kid sweaters, even repurposed Ugg boots cut into little coats. It's a full-blown winter fashion week on the paddocks. Cattle chills. Cattle can get pneumonia during frosty conditions, so some farmers use shelters or feed hay in protected spots to keep their body temperatures up. There was even a farmer in Victoria who put up a windbreak made of stacked hay bales and old surfboards. Only in Australia would you find cows chilling behind surfboards during a frost. Crop catastrophes. Now let's talk about the green stuff, our crops. Frost is a silent assassin. It doesn't roar in like a storm. It tiptoes in and wrecks everything before sunrise. Here's what frost can do to Aussie farms. Vineyards. Grape growers panic when frost hits. One night can kill thousands of dollars worth of vines. That's not just sad, it's wine abuse. Stone fruits and berries. Cherries, peaches, and blueberries are vulnerable. A single frost event during flowering season and boom, no fruit salad this summer. Vegetables. Potatoes, lettuce, broccoli, all frost magnets. In some frost-heavy zones, farmers literally lose half their winter yield overnight. And then there's the banana incident of Queensland 2017. A surprise frost hit northern Queensland and turned hundreds of banana plants into floppy, sad green socks. One farmer said, "It was like the bananas gave up on life." How Australians deal with it. Tools, tricks, and tactics. Australians don't just shiver and cry. We adapt. Here's how. 1. Smudge pots. Old school but effective. Smudge pots burn oil to create smoke and heat to raise orchard temperatures. Some farmers even light small bonfires in drums to keep air warmer near crops. 2. Sprinkler trickery. Some farmers actually spray water over crops during frost. Sounds wild, right? But as water freezes, it releases latent heat, protecting the plant from dropping below critical temps. 3. Helicopters and fans. High-end vineyards sometimes use helicopters or large fans to push warmer air down onto frost-prone areas. It's expensive, loud, and totally looks like a James Bond scene, but it works. 4. Frost cloths and tunnels. Smaller farms cover crops with frost cloths, basically giant agricultural blankets. Tomatoes tucked in like burritos under fleece. 5. Smart tech. Modern Aussie farmers use frost sensors, weather apps, and SMS alerts to monitor air temps by the minute. There are even apps that beep if the temperature dips too low. Frost incoming. Wake up and panic. 6. The human thermostat method. This one's more for laughs. Some farmers say they feel it in their knees. Apparently, when old Joe's left knee hurts, frost's coming. Science. Well, Aussie wisdom. Yes. Towns that take frost in stride. Canberra. known for its frosty mornings and fog so thick you can't see your mailbox. Locals joke they start the car 15 minutes before they drive just to unfreeze the steering wheel. Orange, NSW. Famous for apples and infamous for frozen orchards. They host frost festivals and literally turn frozen mornings into photo ops. Launceston, Tasmania. Wakes up under a blanket of fog and frost. Locals layer up in every color of Kathmandu jacket known to man. How city Aussies deal with frost. City dwellers have their own frost battles. Fogged up car windows, frozen pipes, and slipping on icy porches while holding lattes. De-icing involves kettles of hot water, credit cards on windshields, or, in one viral video, using a hair straightener on the car door handle. One lady from Melbourne swears by putting socks on her windshield wipers overnight. Honestly, that's genius. Wildlife in the frost. Even Aussie animals struggle in frost. Koalas curl up tighter than a rolled yoga mat. Birds fluff up like puffballs and sit on power lines for warmth. Wallabies leave frosty footprints that look like ghost toes. Some kind-hearted Aussies put out warm water bowls and heated bird baths in gardens. Even the magpies appreciate a good spa. Ending thoughts and call to action. Frost might be beautiful to look at with glittering leaves and misty paddocks, but it's no joke for Aussie farmers and communities. From clever hacks to good old resilience, Australians know how to tackle a frosty morning head-on with grit, warmth, and a bit of cheeky humor. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Aussie frost life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on future videos.